I might say that I'm a patriot. I was saying that last night. I realised it was wrong when Andrew told me. So I was watching Charlieissocoollike's video yesterday on being a patriot. No, about being patriotic. See, I told you. And that got me thinking about whether or not I was a patriotic person. I think I must be, because although I want to go and live abroad for a year, I want to come back home, and England, Britain is my home. But then last night I went to see the Lichfield Proms in the park, and then at the end, as they were finishing, Land of Hope and Glory came on, and thousands of people stood up and they were waving their British flags and they were singing along, and I just suddenly felt a lot of pride in my chest for all of these people coming together and being one nation, celebrating being British. And I knew then last night that this is what I wanted my vlog to be about, whether or not I feel English or British, and if there's a difference between the two. I think for me the idea of being English is stereotypical. I think when people think of an English person, they think of drinking tea, being very polite, having a posh voice and having a bowler hat. And I like that idea. I like the idea of an English person. But I do feel British. I like the fact that Wales is incorporated in British values, and Scotland and Northern Ireland. And as I was looking at these flags last night, I wondered what our flag, the Union Jack, what it's going to look like if Scotland decide to leave us. Are we going to have to take off their Scottish flag? It's going to look different, and we might not have so much pride behind it. Being British to me means incorporating everybody, no matter what nationality you are. I think British people means walking down the road and seeing an Asian supermarket or a Chinese supermarket, or all the different takeaways that we can have. Seeing on the skyline of a cathedral and a mosque. The fact that we're so diverse in this country, to me, is what British is about being. And I suppose it would be the same for Americans. If you go to New York, it's such a diverse area. Whereas if I go to France, it's just French people. Is that just me being racist about other countries? I don't know. But I love going to Wales and going through all of their country lanes with the sheep to get to a lovely quiet beach. I love the fact that being British means that we've still got the Edinburgh Fringe incorporated in our culture, and I think that would be a shame if Scotland decide to go away from us. I know this isn't a very educational video because I don't know what the consequences would be of them leaving us. I'm so proud to be British that it's a shame that other people don't want to be British. I love our monarchy, I love the NHS. I'm not that big a fan of BBC, so Scotland, if you decide not to stick with us, you're not losing out on much, I don't think. But one thing that I don't feel like I belong, I don't feel as though we're European here in Britain or England or Wales or Scotland or Northern Ireland. I feel very separate from the rest of Europe. I watch American YouTubers who say that, who say that they want to come to Europe to visit London and Paris, and I always feel that's a weird concept to me, thinking that we're European, and I don't know why or how we can change that. I mean, I suppose maybe it's, I don't know, this vlog's not going very well so far. I like the British satire, the sense of humour, and the fact that I think we try and get away on TV. We get away with a lot more than Americans do, for example. I know that Americans will come across here to England and they're like, oh, can I say that? That was meant to be an American accent. I like how, I don't know, I think on a whole, or maybe it's just the people that I socialise with, but on a whole I think we're a very accepting country. We're very accepting of women, for example. We're not backwards when it comes to women. Where I'm going with this is, you know, the countries where women have to walk behind the men we're very accepting of what gender you want to be, what sexuality you want to be. One thing that I don't think we're very accepting on. I think it has got slightly better thanks to TV documentaries, or it may have gotten worse, I'm not sure. But it does annoy me how unaccepting we are towards the travelling community. There were some travellers that have come in somewhere in Burton, and I was speaking to somebody the other day who was worried about what kind of trouble they were going to cause. And then when they went, I said, so what trouble did they cause? And they're like, oh no, they were good. And to be honest with you, I've never known travellers to cause any problems in the area that I live. Might be different elsewhere. They may leave a little bit of rubbish, but I've not really seen that. I think they tend to take everything with them. They never cause any problems. They don't break in anywhere like that. If anything, I'm going to probably have more trouble. I don't know what Joe Blogs next door is doing. He could be any sort of criminal. There's going to be more criminals in houses than there are travelling. And in trying to research for this video, I've just come across an article on The Guardian where they've actually put the citizenship test. And I've just done the first question. Which countries make up Great Britain? That's an easy one. England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. Second question. Which tribal leader fought against the Roman conquest of Britain? I don't know. Hadrian? Boudicca? King Canute? Churchill? Well, no, it's not Churchill. Which king defeated the Vikings at the end of the 9th century? Seriously, are we? Yeah, I'm going to guess that we're trying to stop people from being citizens. And I'm sure you're watching this with a very different opinion to me, and that's fine, because nobody has the same opinion as me. Everybody thinks that opinion's weird. And I will see you next time with a more cheerful, happy video. I thought this was going to go wonderfully well, and I'm so proud to be British. These are my reasons why. But instead, I've just sat here like this, really sad. No. Okay, bye. Okay, bye.